Right, and were the earliest Arabs black? I mean, Arabs, they were Arabs, I guess, but they would have been, Arabs were from really like the Middle East. That's where they emerged from. So they wouldn't have been black in that sense, if that's what you mean by black. If you mean skin tone, I don't think they would have generally, but maybe some of them would have been darker than others, I don't know. But the interesting thing is, what does it mean to be Arab? That's an interesting topic that is actually discussed in this book as well. That this Arab identity is perhaps a forged identity. It does not actually exist the way people think it exists. That Arabs really are simply Arabophones. That people who speak this language called Arabic. And that's an interesting discussion in and of itself. And really, that where do this Arabic language is truly a conquering language. It has conquered the hearts and minds of its friends and foes. Seriously. It has, it has taken over and it's subsumed people into it. That they then become or assume that they are also Arabic, if you like. But it's an amazing discussion in and of itself. Right. Somebody says, was Arabia dark skin? I don't think personally it was dark skin like that. I don't think so. That's my understanding. But I mean, the Arabs, in essence, it appears that they were people who emerged around the Middle East. Around what may have been the Levant region today. So maybe that was the origin of, if we can say they have an origin. But it seems to be that people who disperse from there and have some loose connection genetically, they have some, like they share certain haplogroups from in terms of genes, they dispersed. They lived mainly in the Middle East, and then they migrated to the Arabian Peninsula. They did not emerge from the Arabian Peninsula. I think that's actually a later created myth, that Arabs came from the Arabian Peninsula. And I think that the southern Arabs, the Yemenis, in essence may not have been Arab. They may have been kind of related to the Middle Eastern Levant Arabs and these people, but there was a project to Arabicize everybody and bring them. And so this whole thing of Qahtan, I think was made up by people, and it subsumed the southern tribes, the ancient South Arabian tribes of Himyar, and the Christian and Jewish tribes that existed there. It was mainly Christian kingdoms from way before Islam, way before, hundreds and hundreds of years before Islam. And like, so you would have had the Queen of Sheba, the Saba'in, and the dam of what they say of the Marib dam, which is mentioned, referred to, alluded to in the Quran. Those people, I don't think that they were Arabs in the way we understand Arabs today, but later on they were kind of brought into this identity that you too are Arabs, and they kind of just got absorbed into it. So that's my I think that, and I think this whole Adnan thing was made up as well to kind of rival Qahtan. And there's a whole broad discussion about it if you look into it. But yeah, so if that makes much sense. Cool. What